So I've seen a lot of people doing Pokemon Challenge runs in which they claim to use just one Pokemon. But in most, if not all of these, I see people use a different Pokemon for HMs and just using that one Pokemon to battle and such. So that got me thinking, can you beat a Pokemon game with truly using only one Pokemon? So I started my search for the right game by looking up the different HMs you need to complete each gen. And I settled on the Gen 3 Kanto remakes, since you only need Surf, Cut, and Strength to beat these games. Now surely, one Pokemon can learn all of these moves, right? So after looking up an HM checker, I found the perfect Pokemon for the job. Krabby. Our story begins in Pallet Town, where I'm offered the usual Pokemon starters from Professor Oak, and I choose Krabby. Then this Mook thinks that he can come and beat me? And he does. Well, I guess I just need to be stronger then. I go and I blow bubbles at bugs for about an hour until my Krabby is ready for the rematch. This time, he easily vice grips all of Mook's Pokemon, showing once and for all that over-leveling is the best strategy. Well, now it's time to take on Brock. So, since Krabby is a water type, even though he has a terrible special attack and uses this pitiful bubble move, Brock is a cakewalk. And now that Brock is out of the way, I can make my way to Mount Moon, where Krabby just knocks out every Pokemon with these. On the other side, a Mook makes his appearance again. He seemed to have gotten a little better since we last met, so he beats up my Crab again. Alright, let's try that again. And this time, Krabby isn't as tired, and he wakes up just in time to take out Mook's Pokemon. On the way to Bill, Krabby learns Stomp, which is slightly better than Vice Grip. Now Misty is no match for this Crab that's never skipped a leg day, and he just stomps all over her, getting us our second badge. And actually the TM for Water Pulse, which is a way better move than Bubble, so teach that to him right away. Now I take a little time to EV train on these Bellsprouts to make Krabby's attack stronger. I know I'll need this for later in the run. Okay, it's time to get on the SS Anne and find the captain. And it's Mook again. This time, Krabby's able to stomp all over Mook, and I make my way to the captain. I burst through the door and see this old man throwing up into a trash can. So, obviously, I start rubbing his back, and it turns out to be the captain, and he gives me the first TM we need, Cut. I teach it to Krabby, and now I have a extremely useless move, because it's worse than Stomp and everything else. Why does this exist? Now that Krabby can cut down this really small tree using the same exact claws he had before even teaching him how to cut, I'm able to fight Lieutenant Surge. I was able to do this extremely fun trash can puzzle on the first try, so everything's looking good, guys. Normally, fighting electric type Pokemon with this Crab doesn't seem like it's going to be an easy task, but my Crab has some pocket sand, so he just is able to throw that all over Voltorb and Pikachu and just take him out. Surge's Raichu does hit a strong shockwave, but Mudshot just takes him out, so it's an easy enough third badge for us. We sprint through the pitch black cave and make a beeline for the best move we'll get all run. Return. And you should make a beeline for that subscribe button so you don't miss, well, anything me and my brother do. Yay! YouTube call to actions! Anyway, with this newly buffed Crab, it's time to take on Erica. Victory Bell gives us a little trouble, but after a few of these shenanigans, we're able to actually take it out in one hit. Then Tangela just takes us out. I knew that this grass gym would be one of the harder gyms for solo Crab run, but then after just one level, Krabby is able to just one-shot everything, so I guess I was wrong. Easy gym. So I make my way into this casino, as every 10-year-old boy should, and I'm immediately escorted into this basement. Seems like a cool hideout or something. And after running around for a bit, I find these cool sunglasses, so obviously Krabby needs them. Oh, and then also I take out Giovanni or something. After taking a telescope from the literal mob, I'm able to go to the graveyard and see some ghosts. Or at least I would have been able to if a Mook wasn't in my way. So after trying to scare my crab away with some Gyarados or something, I easily just beat up all of his Pokemon to now go see the ghosts. What a weird sequence of events. I made my way all the way to Koga, and just pretty much used Return all the way through his Pokemon. Man, these fights are getting easier. Is Krabby actually a good Pokemon? Next, I make my way through the Safari Zone to grab the HM for Surf, and then some guy's golden teeth. I then find who they belong to, and he hands me Strength. So now I have all the HMs I need, so that's cool. I now go and try and take down the mob again, when lo and behold, a Mook comes and tries to stop me for some reason. Is he part of the mob? I don't get it. Well, unfortunately, he does succeed, and I'm stuck trying to fight every single grunt in this place so I can get my crab a little stronger. After having a little difficulty with Jerry, I get enough levels, and I'm able to try Mook again. This time, his Venusaur misses a 95% accurate Razor Leaf, and I'm able to just use Return all the way through his team. Now, I'm able to take on the mob boss again. After its first Pokemon poisons Krabby, I know we're on a timer, and unfortunately Krabby does succumb to the poison and we just have to try again. The next fight, Krabby holds on, and we win, so easy. After literally saving this man's company, he rewards me with some literal trash that I promptly throw away. Then I make my way over to Sabrina to get the 6th gym badge. She only uses Pokemon that have been made of paper, so Krabby easily just rips right through them. It's honestly the easiest gym yet. I jump onto the back of my tiny crab and make my way to Cinnabon Island. Instead of finding these delicious pastries I was promised, instead I find just this old, burnt down building, so I guess I'll look around here. Well hey, there's a key. Guess I should try it on the building next door, see if it works. So it turns out that this building is actually the 7th gym. So I guess it's time. I find this old man who is obviously confused because he just lost his keys and now just some kid is breaking into his building. Anyway, Krabby is just able to run right through his entire team. Man, they really just made these games easy, didn't they? So now it's time to go back to the mainland and get the last badge. To my surprise, it's the literal mob boss. Why do they let him have a gym? Why? Unfortunately, he does poison me like last time, and Krabby isn't strong enough to hold on. On a second attempt, Krabby doesn't poison himself, so all the Pokemon are taken down easy, and the mob's done, so I guess I'm a hero or something, I don't know. I'm just trying to get to the Elite Four. Start making my way to where I'm told the Elite Four is, and what do you know? A Mook runs up and wants to fight again. This time he's the strongest he's ever been, and his Venusaur is just too strong for me. Honestly, my crab wasn't even close to beating him. Unfortunately, it's time to grind. So after I get a few levels, nice. It was time to try again. After a while of pounding my head against the wall, one of the attempts Venusaur figured not attacking was much better than attacking, so finally was able to take him out. After that, the rest of his team was easily beaten. Honestly, I would have been able to beat him hours ago if he would have just wanted to not attack then, but I guess it's fine. It's fine. So I make my way through yet another cave to get to the Elite Four. Now, it's time. Lorelei is the first member of the Elite Four, and I thought since she uses water and ice type Pokemon, it'd be hard to beat her since I only knew normal and water type attacks, but after a few tries I was able to just take her out and move on to Bruno, so Now Bruno is normally known as the worst Elite Four member there is, which is also true here. The only Pokemon that causes any damage to Krabby is the Machamp, but Krabby easily takes him out, so yeah, Bruno, you still stink. Now Agatha is another story. She uses mostly Ghost-type Pokemon, so my best move Return won't work on the majority of her Pokemon. So I have to rely on my weak Surf to fight the Ghost types. The first Gengar isn't too bad, but between being confused and Golbat biting me, Krabby gets taken out pretty easily. This is going nowhere. Luckily, I still have my Rock Tomb TM, and I don't need all the HMs to get through Victory Road, so I make the long trek back to the move deleter, since, you know, crabs can't fly. Well, unfortunately, I did overlook the fact that I did need Cut to get back to Victory Road after my trek, but I had a plan. I simply just had to go through the Seafoam Islands. So I definitely don't know my way, so it takes me quite a while to get through this maze, but I did find this ice chicken on the way and took care of it. Alright, so now that I'm back at Agatha, I'm able to test if that couple hour detour is actually worth it. I'm able to easily make it through our first couple mons, and now it's time to see if I can beat Gengar. We have a nice miss off, but eventually I'm able to take it out. Then I just beat up a Haunter, and I get the win. The last Elite Four member is Lance, which he shouldn't be too hard, right? And my first try seems very promising, until I'm not able to one-shot Dragonite, and he takes me out with Outrage. Alright. Well, on my next attempt, I do get a lucky crit, and that's really all I need. Aerodactyl is no match, so I beat the Elite Four. Wait, why is the game not over? There's a fifth member of the Elite Four? Wait, it's Mook? Alright. This battle does not go well. Between getting sand attacked and getting one-shot by either Alakazam or Venusaur, I just need to come up with a way to beat this. So the plan I come up with is I have to take off my glasses and give Krabby a Quick Claw, which, if you don't know, Quick Claw makes it so there's a 25% chance that Krabby will go first during the turn, which is really important for outspeeding the Alakazam. I also teach him the TM for Dig, so that makes it so there's no going back through Agatha with Rock Tomb, so this strategy has to work. Alright, I start the fight and everything is going well after only being hit once so far. And now it's time to see if it was all worth it, and yes! Quick Claw activates on Alakazam and I'm able to take him out in one hit. The rest of his team is easily beat between Return and Dig, making me and my Lone Crab the new champion.